Now, with less than 20 days to go for the mega Ram Mandir inauguration, Ayodhya is all decked up, and here is an exclusive report from the temple town getting you the mood on ground zero.
As the 22nd of January, in fact, is coming closer, the heat is picking up on the work that is going on some of the places that have been inaugurated, are going to be signature places of the city of Ayodhya. We are right now at the Dharm Path, once again, where we are looking at murals across the entire Dharm Path, where they are being set up. And now we are looking at how different artists from across the country, in fact, are coming in here and painting the murals and are also making those murals. And these murals, in fact, are pictorial depictions of the Ramayana and how Lord Ram's journey has also been depicted in this entire murals that have been put up in the across 14-kilometer stretch of the Dharm Path that essentially joins the nearby cities to Ayodhya as well. In fact, we are at one of the entry points of Ayodhya. Let's try to get in a word from the artist as well, who has come from Bengal, and let's understand how the work is really picking up. बताइए आप लोगों का काम यहाँ पर क्या क्या हो रहा है, किस तरह से आप लोग यहाँ पर आर्ट वर्क कर रहे हैं, म्यूरल्स बना रहे हैं, पेंट कर रहे हैं, किस किस मटेरियल से ये किया जा रहा है, और पूरे हमें बताइए कि क्या काम यहाँ।
एक्चुअली इधर 200 मुरल बनने वाला है, जिनमें से 50 टेराकोटा मुरल बनने वाला है। तो टेराकोटा मुरल हम लोगों ने बना रहा हूँ, हम लोग आए हैं बंगाल से। ये टेराकोटा मुरल एक एक का साइज है 20 फीट बाय 10 फीट, हाँ 20 फीट बाय 10 फीट। ये जो मटेरियल है ये पूरा मिट्टी से बनी है। बनने के बाद ये पकाया जाता है, ये हार्ड हो जाता है। उसके बाद इधर पॉलीमर मोटर से हम लोग सेटिंग करते हैं। सेटिंग करने के बाद इस सारी ये जो छोटा छोटा टुकड़ा से हम लोग पकाया जाता है। उसके बाद सेटिंग करने के बाद इसको फिनिशिंग करते हैं। उसके बाद हम लोग कलर टच करते हैं या फिनिशिंग।
ये पीछे चित्र कौन सी पार्ट का है, और हमें बता, जैसे हम देख रहे हैं कि कई सारे जो पार्ट्स हैं रामायण के, उनका सब फोटो से हमें पता चलता है कि पूरी जो भगवान राम की जो जर्नी
में भगवान राम जानकी की रात को रेस्ट करने के टाइम पे साथ में ये है निषाद राज भी है। निषाद राज के साथ लक्ष्मण बैठे हैं और उधर जानकी एंड भगवान राम सोए हुए हैं। They are taking rest.
ऐसे ही कुछ 50 जितने म्यूरल्स बनाए जाएंगे रामायण को दिखाते हुए, जिससे कोई भी अगर इस पूरे स्ट्रेच पे से जाएगा तो वो देख पाएंगे कि रामायण के पूरे जो पिक्टोरल डिपिक्शन है
राइट। पूरा ये राम जन्म से शुरू होके एकदम पूरा एंड ऑफ रामायण पूरा का पूरा 200 सब्जेक्ट फ्रॉम रामायण इधर डिपिक्ट हो रहा है। कई मीडियम से हो रहा है, हम लोग टेराकोटा से कर रहा हूँ, बट इधर फाइबर ग्लास से होगा, पेबल से होगा, कोबल से होगा, सिरेमिक चिप्स ग्लास मुरल से होगा। कई आर्टिस्ट इधर काम करेंगे, हम लोग सिर्फ टेराकोटा कर रहा हूँ।
So as you can see, the artists, in fact, all of them hard at work, even as you see behind me, the workers as well hard at work, all of them painting this entire mural. And you can see that across the entire Dharm Path, we will have a lot of these murals and pictorial depictions essentially of Ramayana and how they will be adorned on both sides of the Dharm Path. So as and when anyone who will be passing by this entire stretch will be able to see the pictorial depiction of Ramayana. And we have seen the kind of reflection of Ramayana in each and every part of Ayodhya to essentially show how Ayodhya is historically significant as well, and truly a Ram Nagri that it is being developed into. With video journalist Vipin Mori, I'm Priyanka Sharma, reporting from Ayodhya for Republic. Kind of development that Ayodhya is in fact seeing over the last several years and in the next decade, the kind of plans that have been made. In fact, there is a master plan that is already in place, and let's get in a word directly from the man responsible for this development as well. This is Vishal Singh joining me right now. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to Republic. Sir, first up, want to just ask you about the 22nd of January first, as to what are some of the logistics that are in place for making sure that thousands of devotees who are going to be here, how we are going to be managing that, and any other projects as far as that logistics is concerned for 22nd.
Well, we are expecting a huge amount of surge in number of visitors on that day of temple consecration. But most of the people who are coming here are only coming after invitation, and invitation has been duly sent by Tirth Kshetra Trust, and they are the ones responsible for identifying who is going to come here on that particular day. And otherwise, we are appealing it to people that please try and avoid coming here on 22nd, because it will be overcrowded already. But having said that, we are preparing ourselves for that occasion, and we have created a big amount of parking space, large amount of parking space. 5 multi-level car parkings have been recently inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister, which have been developed. 4 of them have been developed by Ayodhya Development Authority, and 1 has been developed by Ayodhya Municipal Corporation. And they were inaugurated. Now they are ready, and they are taking parkings in. They are all smart parkings. They will have complete control in terms of and safety security also has been taken into account. The CCTV and everything has been placed in these parkings. Boom barrier, under vehicle surveillance system, and everything else has been placed there. And in addition to these 4-5 parkings, we are also creating surface parkings. The government has already we are in process of kind of acquiring more land, but at the same time there has been a large amount of land which has been identified as parking space in the master plan. So we are developing the facilities on them, and we are kind of creating toilet facilities and drinking water facilities for people who will be parking there, lights and PA system, and intelligent method and NPR cameras for identifying which cars are parked where and how many cars are there, so that we can intelligently provide this information to people who are visiting Ayodhya, that which particular place they should approach for parking. And for stay, almost 20,000 people they are going to stay in trust created tent cities. And in addition to that, the Urban Development Department has funded Ayodhya Municipal Corporation, and we are also creating a space for 5,000 people, which will be used for stays. And then it has both the kinds of tents, luxury tents as well as normal tents, and then these tents will be service tents. We will have toilets, drinking waters, facility obviously, but in addition to that we'll also be providing beddings, which will linen will be changed after every second day. And we are expecting that if somebody coming here will stay for at most 2 days, so we are kind of changing linen and cover of quilts and everything every second day. And we are also tying up with a lot of people are coming forward to establish kitchen and provide free food. So we are giving them space and kitchen facility so that they can cook here and feed people. So I think help is pouring in from all directions. A lot of corporate interest has also been shown into this, and till now I think we are confident that we'll be able to manage the crowd that we're going to get on 20.
So the government machinery is also ready for 50,000 or so footfall that we are expecting post 22nd on from 23rd as well.
Yes, we are. We are completely ready for that. We have looked at every facet of facility that a tourist might need or during the visit to Ayodhya. And you must have seen that we have sanctioned many maps of hotels, but yes, there is a gestation period for hotels to come up. But room capacity has increased tremendously in last 2.5 years. And in last few months itself, we have sanctioned more than 50 maps for hotels. We have created Tent City, which is now already taking people in, and Tent City has been also created by the Department of Tourism and Development Authority, and private people also are developing their tent cities on their land. We are getting NOCs for them. And in addition to all this, we have also created a huge inventory of rooms for people to stay in homestays. So that has been a very successful initiative, and we have already kind of registered more than 600 homestays and creating a capacity for more than 30,000 people to stay. And only 10% people stay in a city when they visit a city. So we are expecting if 3 lakh people come, then we need 30,000 rooms, and we have that capacity as on date. So 50,000 people will be easy to manage. That should not be a problem.
So, so this is still about the consecration, but let's also talk about the master plan that is in place, the coming decade for Ayodhya and what that really looks like. We are looking at an integration of artificial intelligence. We're looking at blue, green and grey zones that are also being developed. If you could speak to us a little bit about the technology and how, in fact, the philosophy of this being innovated and also developed as a Dharm Nagri, as the Chief Minister calls it, the steps that have been taken.
Well, I think we have used best technology available across the world, best practices available across the world, and 2031 master plan that has been prepared for the core city area, that is only for some 135 square kilometers. That is already up and available to people since December 2022. And we are sanctioning maps according to that. In that master plan itself, the first two layers that we have identified is blue infrastructure and green infrastructure. We are not disturbing them in any which way. The normal water flow pattern and channels have been identified, and we will not be sanctioning any map that's part of the master plan itself. And in addition to that, we have identified all the water bodies in the city as on date, and then we have put a buffer of almost 60 feet on all around that place so that they cannot be encroached upon, and no construction can be done there. So there are many major things which we have adopted in this particular master plan, and now we are planning to link these green and blue infrastructures in a way so that people can go across maybe a pond trail or maybe a kund trail or maybe a jungle trail, something like that. So that is also in offing, and we are working on that. It's a work in progress, and we are creating a huge amount of plantation, and dense forestation is being done on urban land patches which are available. And we are trying to make the city green and sustainable, and we are also in touch with two organizations separately, two different set of organizations. One is working with us is VITO and AKTU, and they are helping us in identifying number of heat wave days, how they are changing at the same time when the development activities are going on. And we can see that a lot of road and infrastructure and buildings are being constructed. So how is it impacting the thermal heat wave days of the city and thermal comfort of people?